Dear Heavenly Father, in the quiet hush of this early morning hour, I come before you with a heart laid bare, seeking your presence, longing for your voice, and resting in the stillness of your infinite grace. The world slumbers, wrapped in silence, yet I awaken with a desire to draw near to you, to drink deeply from the wellspring of your love, and to dwell in the warmth of your embrace. Father, I lift my soul to you in gratitude. You are the giver of life, the keeper of my days, the breath that sustains me. Every moment is a gift, every heartbeat a testimony of your unwavering mercy. How marvelous is your faithfulness! How boundless is your compassion! Even in my frailty, even in my wanderings, you remain steadfast. You watch over me in the night, guarding my rest, covering me with peace. You lead me into each new day with the promise of your abiding love. And for this, my spirit overflows with thanksgiving. You have adorned the heavens with stars, whispering the song of creation across the vast expanse of the sky. The moon, a silent sentinel, stands in testimony to your artistry, and the cool breath of dawn carries the fragrance of your presence. All creation bows in reverence before you, and in this holy hour, I join the chorus of praise that rises unceasingly to your throne. Father, in the tenderness of this sacred moment, I bring before you the weight of my soul. Forgive me, Lord, for the ways in which I have faltered. Wash me clean from every sin that clings to me, every thought, every word, every deed that has not reflected your holiness. You see me as I am, yet you love me still. You know my struggles, my weaknesses, my hidden wounds, and you call me by name, not in condemnation, but in love. I lay down my burdens before you, surrendering all that hinders me from walking in the fullness of your light. Take my fears, O Lord, and replace them with faith. Take my doubts and fill me with the certainty of your promises. Take my sorrow and anoint me with the oil of joy. Let nothing separate me from you, for you are my refuge, my Redeemer, the one in whom my soul finds rest. Guide me, Father, in the path of righteousness. The road ahead is uncertain, and my steps are feeble, but you are the lamp unto my feet, the shepherd who leads me beside still waters. Teach me to trust in your wisdom rather than my own understanding. Let my heart be ever inclined to seek you, to follow where you lead, to delight in your ways. When the storms of life arise, let me not be shaken, for I stand upon the rock of your truth. Fill me with your love, Lord, that I may love as you love. Make me a vessel of kindness, a bearer of your grace. Let my words be gentle, seasoned with wisdom and mercy. Let my hands be open to serve, my heart willing to forgive, my spirit eager to bless. The world is weary, wounded, aching for hope. Use me, Lord, to shine your light in the darkest places, to be a reflection of your goodness, to be an instrument of peace. Strengthen me, Father, for the journey ahead. The burdens of this life are heavy, yet I know that I do not carry them alone. You are my strength when I am weak, my song in the night, my ever-present help in trouble. When trials press upon me, let me not falter, but stand firm in the assurance that you are with me. When my spirit grows weary, lift me up on the wings of your grace. When I am tempted to despair, remind me of the hope that is mine in Christ Jesus. Hope, Lord, this sacred thread that holds my heart fast to yours. In the quiet of this morning, I anchor my soul in the certainty of your promises. You are the God of restoration, the God who makes all things new. No darkness is too deep that your light cannot pierce it. No valley is too low that your hand cannot lift me from it. No brokenness is beyond your power to heal. I place my trust in you, knowing that you are at work even when I cannot see, that you are faithful even when I falter, that you are sovereign over all things. Bless me, Lord, As I rise from this place of prayer, bless my thoughts, that they may be fixed upon what is true, noble, and pure. Bless my words, that they may bring encouragement and life. Bless my hands, that they may labor in love. Bless my heart, that it may remain steadfast in devotion to you. And Father, I pray not only for myself, but for all who seek you in this hour. For the weary, grant rest. For the brokenhearted, bring healing. For the lonely, be a companion. For the lost, be the way. For the despairing, be the light. Let your presence be felt in every corner of the earth. Let your love reach into every soul that longs for you. The night is fading. The dawn draws near. As the first light of morning breaks upon the horizon, let it be a symbol of your unchanging faithfulness, a reminder that your mercies are new with each rising sun. I go forth in the confidence of your grace, the peace of your presence, the joy of knowing that I am held in the hands of my Creator. The hush of this sacred hour lingers, wrapping my soul in the quiet of your presence. The world outside remains still, yet within me, a symphony of gratitude, reverence, and longing rises like incense before your throne. My spirit bows in awe of you, the Almighty, the Everlasting, the one whose voice spoke the heavens into being, whose breath gave life to dust, whose love knows no bounds. Father, as I dwell in this moment, I open the chambers of my heart to you. There is nothing hidden from your sight, no thought too fleeting for your notice, no wound too deep for your touch. You see the fears that whisper in the recesses of my mind, the burdens I carry in silence, the dreams I cradle in hope and hesitation. And yet, you do not turn away. You draw near. You invite me to lay everything at your feet, to cast my cares upon you, to exchange my striving for your perfect peace. So here I am, Lord, unburdening my soul before you. Take the anxieties that weigh upon me, the uncertainties that cloud my vision, the restless thoughts that seek to distract me from your presence. You are my peace in the midst of turmoil, my anchor when the tides of life threaten to sweep me away. In your presence, fear has no place, for perfect love casts out all fear. In your embrace, I am safe. Father, I seek your wisdom in all things. There are paths before me that I do not understand, choices that I am hesitant to make, and doors that I long to see open yet remain closed. Lead me, Lord. Let my feet walk only where you have prepared the way. Let my heart align with your will, that I may not be led astray by my own desires, but be drawn ever closer to your perfect plan. If I must wait, grant me patience. If I must move, grant me courage. If I must surrender, grant me faith. You are the God of perfect timing, never too early, never too late. Your plans are higher than mine, your ways beyond my understanding. Teach me to trust, to relinquish control, to rest in the assurance that you are working all things together for my good. Even in the silence, even when I do not see, you are faithful. Your promises do not falter. Your word does not return void. And so, I rest in the knowledge that you are with me, that you go before me, that you hold me in the palm of your hand. The night may linger, but the dawn will come, and with it, the renewal of hope, the fresh mercies of your grace. I will not be afraid of what lies ahead. For you, O Lord, are my strength. Let my life be a living prayer, a song of worship that rises unceasingly to you. In my waking and in my resting, in my labor and in my stillness, in my joy and in my sorrow, may my every breath be an offering to you. Let my heart beat in rhythm with yours. My words reflect your truth. My hands extend the kindness you have shown me. Father, I pray for a heart that forgives as you have forgiven me. There are wounds that linger, offenses that whisper their bitter echoes in my soul, but I do not wish to carry them. You have called me to freedom, to walk in the light unburdened by resentment or anger. Teach me, Lord, to release, to let go, to extend the same grace that you so freely pour upon me. For how can I receive your mercy if I withhold it from others? How can I claim to love you yet refuse to love those whom you have created? Soften my heart, Lord. Break down the walls that pride and pain have built. Let my love be genuine, my compassion boundless, my patience unwearied. I pray also for those who have hurt me, for those who have wronged me, knowingly or unknowingly. Bless them, Lord, as you have blessed me. Draw them near to you. Let your love transform, redeem, and heal. May my heart be a place of peace, not bitterness, a vessel of grace, not judgment. Father, I bring before you the weary, the broken, the searching souls who lift their silent prayers into the night, those who ache with loneliness, who battle unseen struggles, who long for a hope they cannot yet grasp. Reach them, Lord. Touch them with the tenderness of your love. Let them know that they are not forgotten, not abandoned, not beyond your reach. You are the God who sees, the God who heals, the God who restores. For the sick, I ask for your healing hand. For the sorrowful, I ask for your comfort. For the discouraged, I ask for renewed strength. For the lost, I ask for your guiding light. There is no heart too broken that you cannot mend, no soul too far gone that you cannot redeem. Let the weary find rest in you. Let the hopeless find new beginnings. Father, I pray for this world that groans under the weight of sin and suffering, a world in need of your love, of your truth, of your saving grace. Wars rage, injustice prevails, hearts grow cold, but you remain sovereign. You are still on the throne. Your kingdom is unshaken. Let revival come, Lord. Let your presence flood the earth like the rising sun, dispelling darkness, awakening hearts, stirring souls to seek you. Raise up a people who will stand in the gap, who will intercede, who will love fiercely and live boldly for you. Let your name be known among the nations, your glory displayed in every land, your love proclaimed to every soul. And let it begin with me. Make me an instrument of your peace, a bearer of your truth, a reflection of your light. Where there is division, let me be a bridge. Where there is despair, let me bring hope. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. I am but one, but in your hands, I am enough. Use me, Lord, for your glory. Father, I thank you for the unseen battles you have already won on my behalf, for the doors you have already opened, for the grace that will carry me through each day ahead. I may not know what tomorrow holds, but I know the one who holds it, and that is enough. The stars still shine in the vast expanse of the night, whispering of your majesty, proclaiming that you are God. And as the dawn begins to stir on the horizon, I know that your mercies rise with it, fresh, unending, everlasting. Let my heart remain in this place of surrender, my soul anchored in this moment of communion. For there is no place I would rather be than here, before you, in the quiet of this sacred hour, in the lingering quiet of this sacred hour. As the veil of night gently lifts and the first whispers of dawn begin to breathe upon the earth, my soul remains before you, humbled, surrendered, and yearning for more of you. Every fiber of my being longs to dwell in your presence, to abide in the warmth of your love, to be saturated with the peace that surpasses all understanding. The world is slowly stirring from its slumber, yet here in this moment, time feels suspended. The hush of creation reminds me that before all things, there was you. Before the first light ever pierced the darkness, before the foundations of the earth were laid, before the breath of life was given to man, you were, and you are, and you forever will be, unchanging, unwavering, the eternal I am. You are the author of time, the keeper of all things, the one who holds the cosmos together with the mere whisper of your will. And yet, you incline your ear to me. You welcome me into communion with you. You listen to the deepest stirrings of my heart as if I were the only soul in all of existence. Such love is too wondrous for me to fathom. Yet it is the very love that calls me yours. So I remain here, unhurried, resting in the holy stillness of your presence. Every breath I take is a silent prayer of gratitude. Every heartbeat a testimony to your sustaining grace. You are the very air I breathe, the rhythm that sustains me, the song that rises within my soul. Father, I do not come before you as one who is worthy, but as one who is wholly dependent upon your mercy. I have no righteousness of my own, no goodness apart from you. My hands are empty, my soul ever in need of your cleansing, your refining, your transforming power. Search me, O Lord, and know my heart. Lay bare the corners of my soul that I have kept hidden even from myself. Reveal every thought, every motive, every lingering shadow that does not align with your holiness. If there be in me any pride, strip it away. If there be in me any selfish ambition, let it be surrendered. If there be in me any unforgiveness, root it out with the gentle yet unyielding hands of grace. I do not wish to walk this life burdened by the weight of sin, by the chains of yesterday, by the wounds that I have nursed instead of surrendering to you. Father, I ask not only for your forgiveness, but for a heart that desires holiness above all else. Let my thoughts be purified, my desires sanctified, my will conform to yours. I long to reflect your character, to walk in the beauty of your truth, to be a vessel through which your light may shine unimpeded. Remove every barrier. Lord, let nothing in me stand in opposition to your purpose. Refine me, mold me, make me new, and as you do, fill me afresh with the fire of your Spirit. Let me not merely walk in the form of godliness, but be consumed with the reality of who you are. Let my prayers not be empty words, but the very outpouring of a heart that is alive in you. Let my worship not be routine, but a relentless offering of love. Let my life not be lived in complacency, but with the boldness of one who has been forever changed by grace. Father, I lay before you my every longing, my every petition, my every unspoken cry. You see the dreams that flicker within me, the desires that I hesitate to voice, the silent hopes that have yet to unfold. You know my future in its entirety, every step that I will take, every road that I will travel, every mountain that I will face. And so I place it all in your hands. I do not need to see the full picture, for I trust the one who has already written my story. I do not need to understand the why or the how, for I rest in the truth that your ways are higher than mine. I do not need to grasp for control, for you alone are sovereign. Whatever lies ahead, I choose to walk forward in faith. If the path is easy, I will rejoice in your provision. If the road is steep, I will lean upon your strength. If the journey is long, I will rest in your presence. If I must wait, I will wait with hope, for I know that you are good, that your plans for me are not of harm but of hope, that you work all things together for my good. Even the trials that I do not understand, even the delays that test my patience, even the detours that seem unnecessary, you waste nothing. And so I will trust. I will trust when the answers do not come. I will trust when the prayers seem unanswered. I will trust when the nights are long. I will trust when the way is unclear. I will trust because you are faithful. And as I walk this life, let my heart remain ever aware of those around me, those who need the love that you have so freely poured into my own soul. Let me not be so consumed with my own concerns that I miss the cries of the broken, the burdens of the weary, the needs of the hurting. Make me an extension of your grace, a reflection of your compassion, a messenger of your truth. Let my hands be quick to serve, my lips eager to encourage, my heart ready to love. For there is a world beyond my own, a world aching for you, even when it does not know it. There are souls searching for meaning, hearts longing for peace, lives in desperate need of rescue. Let me not be silent when I have the words of life. Let me not withhold kindness when I have been given so much. Let me not turn away from the lost when you have called me to be a light. Father, as the dawn begins to break and the new day unfolds before me, I rise with renewed purpose, with a heart anchored in you, with a soul that has found its rest. The night has passed, and with it, my fears, my doubts, my worries. The morning has come, and with it, fresh mercy, fresh strength, fresh hope. I step forward not in my own power, but in yours, not in my own wisdom, but in yours, not for my own glory, but for yours. Let my life be a living testimony, an offering poured out at your feet, a reflection of the boundless love that has saved me, redeemed me, and called me by name. And so I go, into this day, into this life, into all that you have prepared, confident, unshaken, deeply and irrevocably yours. As the gentle light of dawn stretches across the horizon, painting the heavens with hues of gold and crimson, I remain in the sanctuary of your presence. Time moves forward, yet here before you, my soul is still, held in the embrace of divine love, wrapped in the assurance of unfailing mercy. The world awakens, yet my heart lingers in this holy communion, savoring the sweetness of your nearness, breathing in the peace that can only be found in you. Father, you are the source of all that is good, the wellspring of every blessing, the giver of life itself. How can I not lift my voice in endless gratitude? How can I not marvel at the works of your hands, at the countless ways in which you reveal your goodness, even in moments when I do not see, when my human eyes fail to perceive the intricate beauty of your plans? I trust that you are always working, always moving, always sustaining. You are the light in the darkest valley, the whisper in the storm, the steady hand that guides me through the unknown. You are the one who quiets my fears, who speaks peace over my anxieties, who calls me by name and reminds me that I am never alone. When the weight of the world presses upon me, when my strength falters and my resolve weakens, you are my refuge. You are my shield, my fortress, my strong tower. And so, I surrender once more. Every burden, every question, every uncertainty, I place them at your feet. You have not called me to carry them alone. You have not asked me to bear the weight of this life in my own strength. Instead, you beckon me to come, to rest, to trust. Teach me, Father, to walk in the rhythm of your grace, to move in step with your Spirit, to release my need for control and embrace the freedom that comes from full surrender. Let my heart not be troubled by what I cannot understand, but instead be anchored in the certainty of your promises. Your ways are higher than mine, your thoughts beyond my comprehension. You see the beginning from the end, the tapestry of eternity woven together by your perfect hand. And so I yield, not with hesitation, but with confidence, knowing that your plans for me are good, that your purposes will prevail, that your love will never fail. Father, I ask for wisdom, the wisdom to discern your voice amidst the noise, to recognize your guidance in the ordinary moments of my day, to make choices that honor you and reflect the truth of who you are. Let me not lean on my own understanding, but instead, seek you in all things. When the road ahead is unclear, illuminate my path. When doubts arise, remind me of your faithfulness. When my heart is restless, grant me the stillness that comes from trusting fully in you. And as I walk in your wisdom, let my life be a testimony of your love. May I love as you have loved me, sacrificially, unconditionally, without reservation. May my words be seasoned with grace, my actions marked by kindness, my heart open to the needs of those around me. Let me not pass by the hurting without offering compassion, nor turn away from the lonely without extending friendship. Let me be a vessel of hope, a conduit of peace, a reflection of the mercy I have so freely received. For in a world that is weary and longing, you are the answer. In a world plagued by division, you are the bridge. In a world overcome with fear, you are the refuge. And you have called me not to retreat, not to remain silent, but to shine, to love, to proclaim the truth that sets the captives free. Father, give me boldness, the courage to stand firm in my faith, to speak truth with love, to walk in obedience even when the path is difficult. Let me not be swayed by the opinions of man, nor intimidated by the pressures of this world, but instead be steadfast in the calling you have placed upon my life. When trials come, let me not be shaken. When adversity arises, let me not waver. For I know that I am held in the hands of the Almighty, that I am covered by the shadow of your wings, that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. The storms may rage, but I will stand, for you are my foundation, my unshakable rock, my everlasting refuge. Father, I lift up not only my own heart, but the hearts of those around me. There are so many in need of your touch, so many longing for peace, for healing, for restoration. I intercede for the weary, the burdened, the lost. May they encounter you in ways they never have before. May they come to know the depth of your love, the power of your redemption, the hope that is found in you alone. For those who are broken, be their healer. For those who are grieving, be their comfort. For those who are searching, be their answer. For those who are wandering, be their guide. Father, move in ways that only you can. Tear down the walls that separate. Break the chains that bind. Open the eyes that have been blinded by the lies of this world. Let your truth reign. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And in all things, let my life be a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to you. May my hands be open, my heart surrendered, my spirit willing. I am yours, Lord, fully, completely, unreservedly. Take me, use me, lead me. Let my days be spent in the pursuit of your presence, my years dedicated to the work of your kingdom, my eternity secured in the embrace of your unfailing love. The sun now rises, casting its golden light upon the earth, a reminder that your mercies are new with each breaking dawn. And as I step into this day, I do so with the confidence of one who is deeply loved, wholly known, and forever held in the arms of grace. As the light of morning unfurls across the sky, washing the earth in the golden hues of a new day, I remain before you, lingering in the sanctuary of your presence. My soul is still, my heart tender, my spirit open before you. Though time presses forward, I am not hurried, for I am captivated by the beauty of this moment, this divine communion where heaven meets earth, where your voice speaks into the depths of my being, where the weight of the world fades in the radiance of your glory. Father, as I breathe in the morning air, I am reminded that every breath I take is a gift from you. You are the sustainer of my life, the one who holds every beat of my heart, the one who fills my lungs with the breath of existence. I do not live by my own strength, nor do I wake by my own power. It is your mercy that has carried me through the night, your grace that has guarded me, your love that calls me into another day. And so, I begin this day in worship, not just in whispered prayers or songs of praise, but in the posture of my heart, in the surrender of my will, in the quiet resolve to live this day fully yielded to you. Let my waking hours be an offering, my every action a reflection of your goodness, my every word a melody of grace. Let me not move through this day absent-mindedly, but with purpose, with awareness, with an abiding sense of your presence in every moment. For you are not a distant God, watching from afar, You are near, closer than my very breath, woven into the fabric of my existence. You walk with me. You go before me. You stand beside me. There is no place I can go where you are not. No moment in which I am beyond your sight. In joy, you celebrate with me. In sorrow, you hold me close. In uncertainty, you guide my steps. In weakness, you carry me. How great is your love, Father! It is deeper than the oceans, wider than the skies, more boundless than time itself. It is a love that sought me before I even knew your name. A love that pursued me through the wilderness of my wandering. A love that redeemed me when I was lost. And now, having been found, having been rescued, having been called by name, how can I not live in the fullness of that love? Let it shape me, Father. Let it transform the way I think, the way I see, the way I love. Let it strip away every selfish desire, every prideful ambition, every lingering shadow of doubt. Let it soften my heart toward others, that I may love not only those who are easy to love, but also those who are difficult, those who have wounded me, those whom the world has cast aside. Let me love as you love, with a love that is patient, a love that is kind, a love that does not envy or boast, that keeps no record of wrongs, that always hopes, always perseveres. For I know that in this life, there will be trials. There will be moments when I am tested, when my faith is stretched, when I am called to love beyond my natural capacity. There will be times when my heart is weary, when my strength falters, when the weight of burdens threatens to crush me. But in those moments, remind me, Father, that I do not stand alone. You are my refuge, my strong tower, my unshakable foundation. When my strength is insufficient, yours is more than enough. When my wisdom falls short, yours is infinite. When my love runs dry, yours overflows. So I will not be afraid. I will not shrink back. I will not give in to fear. For I know that you go before me, that you have already made a way where there seems to be none. I know that no obstacle is too great for you, no battle too fierce, no mountain too high. And though the road may be long, though the journey may be hard, I will press on with my eyes fixed on you, with my heart anchored in your promises, with my soul resting in the certainty of your faithfulness. Father, as I move through this day, let my spirit be attuned to yours. Let me hear your voice in the whisper of the wind, in the laughter of a child, in the stillness of a quiet moment. Let me see your hand at work in the intricate details of life, the beauty of creation, the kindness of a stranger, the gentle nudge of conviction that draws me back to you. And in all things, let me remember that my purpose is not found in worldly success or fleeting achievements, but in knowing you, in loving you, in glorifying you with every part of my being. Let me not chase after things that perish, but after the things that are eternal. Let me not seek the approval of man, but only the approval of the one who knows my heart fully. Let me not store up treasures that rust and fade, but treasures in heaven, where moth and decay have no power. For this life is but a breath, a vapor, a fleeting moment in the grand tapestry of eternity. Let me not waste it. Let me not squander the days I have been given in pursuit of things that do not satisfy. Instead, let me invest in what truly matters, loving deeply, serving humbly, giving generously, living boldly for your glory. Father, I lift up those who are struggling today, those who wake with heavy hearts, those who face trials beyond what they feel they can bear, those who are crying out in desperation for a touch of your hand. Be near to them, Lord. Comfort them with your presence. Surround them with your peace. Strengthen them with your unfailing love. Let them know that they are seen, that they are heard, that they are not forgotten. For the lonely, be a friend. For the broken, be a healer. For the lost, be a guide. For the weary, be a refuge. And let me, Father, Be an extension of your love to those in need. Let me be the hands that serve, the voice that encourages, the heart that listens. Let me not turn away when I see suffering, but move toward it with compassion, with grace, with the same mercy that you have shown me. As the sun now rises higher in the sky, marking the beginning of a new day, I rise with it, renewed, strengthened, filled with the certainty that I do not walk this path alone. You are with me. You are for me. You are my God, and I am yours. And so I continue, with a heart surrendered, with a spirit yielded, with a soul that finds its deepest joy in simply being in your presence. The morning unfolds in silent majesty, the world awakening under the gentle touch of your hand. The golden hues of the rising sun stretch across the sky, painting the heavens with the promise of a new beginning. The air is crisp with expectancy, the stillness of dawn a reminder that your mercies are new with each day, fresh as the morning dew upon the earth. Yet before I step into the rhythm of this day, I remain here, dwelling in the holy hush of your presence. Time slows in these moments, allowing my soul to drink deeply of your peace, to bask in the warmth of your love, to sit in quiet reverence before the one who is, who was, and who is to come. How precious are these moments, Father, these sacred whispers of communion, where my heart is fully known, fully exposed, yet fully embraced. You see me as I am, stripped of pretense, unguarded in my humanity, and yet you love me with a love that neither wavers nor fades. In the stillness, I hear your voice, not as a distant echo, but as the gentle whisper that calms every storm within me. You call me to abide, to linger in your presence, to rest in the assurance of your faithfulness, to draw near with confidence, knowing that I am welcomed not as a stranger, but as a beloved child. What grace this is, Father! What undeserved mercy, that I, one so flawed and finite, may enter into the courts of the King, may speak freely with the Creator of all things, may be held in the embrace of infinite love. And so, I stay, my heart bowed, my spirit lifted in worship. I am in no rush to leave this place, for I have found my refuge in you, in a world that moves relentlessly forward, that clamors for attention, that chases after things that do not satisfy. I choose instead to remain, rooted in the truth that you alone are enough. Father, in your presence, my soul is restored. The weight of yesterday fades. The burdens of tomorrow lose their grip. I do not need to carry what you have already taken. I do not need to strive for what you freely give. Your grace is sufficient. Your love is unshaken. Your provision is unending. And so I surrender again and again and again. For surrender is not a single moment, but a daily choice, an ongoing posture of trust, a continual laying down of my will in exchange for yours. I place my life in your hands, Father, knowing that there is no safer place to be. You are the master weaver, the one who takes the tangled threads of my story and weaves them into something beautiful, something purposeful, something that reflects your glory. I trust you, Lord, not just with the grand moments of my life, but with the small, seemingly insignificant details. You are in the quiet conversations, in the unseen sacrifices, in the hidden places where faithfulness is cultivated. Nothing is overlooked by you. No tear is unnoticed. No prayer unheard. No act of obedience wasted. You are working even when I cannot see, moving even when I do not perceive it. Father, help me to walk in that assurance. When doubt creeps in, when the enemy whispers lies of fear and uncertainty, let me cling to the truth of who you are. You are not a God of confusion, but of peace. You are not distant, but ever near. You are not indifferent, but intimately involved in every detail of my life. And so, I release my worries into your hands. I surrender my fears, my questions, my desires, And I choose instead to walk in faith, not a blind faith, but a faith that is anchored in the unshakable truth of your word. A faith that sees beyond what is visible, that trusts beyond what is understood, that hopes beyond what is seen. For I know, Lord, that you are faithful. You were faithful in the beginning. You are faithful now. You will be faithful forever. And in that truth, I find my peace. Father, as I go forth into this day, let my heart remain attuned to yours. Let my words be filled with grace. My actions be marked by kindness. My thoughts be centered on things that are true, noble, pure, and praiseworthy. Let my life reflect the light of your presence, that others may see and be drawn not to me, but to you. May I love as you love, sacrificially, without reservation, without expectation of return. May I serve as you serve, humbly, joyfully, with hands that are open and willing. May I walk as you walked, faithfully, unwaveringly, in obedience to the will of the Father. For this is my greatest desire, to be more like you, to bear the image of Christ, to be transformed from glory to glory until my life is no longer my own, but a living testimony of your love. So continue your work in me, Lord. Shape me, mold me, refine me, strip away what is not of you. Cleanse me of all that hinders. Renew within me a steadfast spirit that longs only for you. Let me be patient in the waiting, faithful in the testing, joyful in the trials. Let me not grow weary in doing good, but press on, knowing that in due season there is a harvest to be reaped. And above all, let me never lose the wonder of who you are. Let my heart never grow cold, my spirit never grow dull, my love never grow routine. Let every day be a fresh encounter with your presence, every moment an opportunity to worship, every breath a reminder that I am held in the hands of a God who loves me beyond measure. The morning sun rises higher, its light spilling over the earth, awakening the world to the glory of another day. And so too, my soul awakens to hope, to purpose, to the unshakable reality that I am yours, and you are mine. As the world stirs to life, as the sky stretches wide in the fullness of morning, I remain in this place of worship, my heart still bowed, my spirit still drinking from the well of your presence. For though time moves forward, my soul is in no rush to leave the sacred stillness where you are near, where your voice whispers in the quiet, where the burdens of this life are lifted, one by one. As I rest in your unfailing love, there is nowhere else I would rather be. Father, nowhere else where I am known so completely, loved so relentlessly, held so securely. Here in your presence, I do not need to strive. I do not need to pretend. I do not need to prove my worth, for my worth is found in you. My identity is not rooted in what I do, in what I accomplish, in how the world perceives me. My identity is found in the unchanging truth that I am yours, chosen, redeemed, called by name, held in the palm of your hand. What a mystery, what a miracle, that the God of all creation should look upon me with such love, that the one who spoke the stars into existence should also write my name upon his heart, that the one who holds the universe together should also hold my every tear, my every hope, my every unspoken longing. You are not a distant God. You are not unmoved by the cry of your children. You are near, nearer than I can fathom, nearer than my very breath. Even in the moments when I do not feel you, even in the seasons when my heart is weary, even when my prayers feel like whispers lost in the wind, you are there. You have never left, never abandoned, never turned away. And so I trust you. Father, I trust you with my life, my future, my every step. I trust you with the unanswered questions, with the prayers that have yet to be fulfilled, with the dreams that remain just beyond my grasp. For your timing is perfect. Your ways are higher. Your plans more beautiful than anything I could imagine. Let me not grow impatient in the waiting. Lord, let me not try to force doors open before their appointed time. Let me not rush ahead when you are calling me to be still. Teach me to wait with a heart at peace, to trust even when the road ahead is unclear, to rest in the knowledge that you are always working, even in the silence. For I know, Lord, that nothing is wasted in your hands. No season is without purpose. No moment is beyond your redeeming power. Even the pain, even the trials, even the moments that seem meaningless, you weave them all together for my good, for your glory, for a purpose far greater than I can comprehend. So I surrender again, Father, not just in words, but in the depths of my being. I lay down my plans, my desires, my fears, my uncertainties. I place them at your feet, trusting that what you have for me is far greater than anything I could build on my own. And as I surrender, fill me afresh with your Spirit. Renew my heart. O God, strengthen me for the journey ahead. Let my faith not be weak. Let my love not grow cold. Let my passion for you burn ever brighter. Let me not be content with a faith that is passive, with a love that is lukewarm, with a life that is only half surrendered. I want more of you, Lord, more of your presence, more of your wisdom, more of your love flowing through me, shaping me, making me into the person you have called me to be. And so I ask, Father, make me an instrument of your peace. Let my words bring healing, not harm. Let my hands be used to serve, not to tear down. Let my heart be open to those in need, my spirit sensitive to the hurting, my life a reflection of your kindness. For I do not want to walk through this world with blind eyes, with a hardened heart, with a spirit that is indifferent to the suffering around me. Let me see as you see, love as you love, give as you give. Let me be a light in the darkness, a voice of hope, a vessel through which your love flows freely and without condition. Father, I lift up those around me, the weary, the broken, the forgotten, the lost, those who carry burdens too heavy to bear, those who have grown tired of the fight, those who wonder if you are still near. Reach them, Lord, whisper to their hearts, wrap them in your love. Let them know that they are not alone, that they are not forsaken, that there is a Savior who sees them, who loves them, who is calling them home. For the one who is grieving, be their comfort. For the one who is struggling, be their strength. For the one who is doubting, be their assurance. For the one who is searching, be their answer. Move in ways that only you can. Father, let chains be broken. Let lives be restored. Let hope be renewed. Let your name be lifted high in every corner of the earth. Let your love be known in every heart. Let your kingdom come in all its fullness. And let it begin with me. Let me be faithful in the small things, obedient in the quiet moments, steadfast in the places where no one sees. Let me not seek recognition. Let me not pursue applause. Let me not desire the things of this world above the things of your kingdom. For this world is fleeting, but you are eternal. Riches fade, but your love endures. Success is temporary, but your presence is forever. Let me build my life on what is lasting, on what is true, on the foundation that cannot be shaken. And so, as this day unfolds, as the hours pass, as life moves forward, let me walk in the confidence of one who is fully known, fully loved, fully held by the hands of the Almighty. Let me not be distracted by worries, not be swayed by trials, not be discouraged by the storms that may come. For I know that you are with me. I know that you go before me. I know that I am never alone. And so I move forward, not in my own strength, but in yours, not with my own wisdom, but with the guidance of your Spirit, not for my own glory, but for the glory of the one who is worthy of all praise. As the morning light stretches across the horizon, touching the earth with its gentle embrace, I remain here, lingering in the quiet sanctuary of your presence. Though the world beckons, though the noise of life begins to rise, my heart is anchored in this sacred communion with you. For here, in the stillness, I find the peace that the world cannot give. Here, in the warmth of your love, I am reminded that no matter what this day may bring, you are sovereign, you are near, and you are more than enough. Father, let this day be an offering unto you. Let it not pass by in hurried moments, in tasks done without thought, in words spoken without love. Let it be a day that is lived with intention, with gratitude, with a heart that beats in rhythm with yours. Let me not take a single breath for granted, nor miss the countless ways you reveal yourself through the ordinary moments of life. For you are present in the smallest details, the gentle rustling of the leaves, the laughter of a child, the kindness of a stranger, the whisper of encouragement at just the right time. You are not confined to grand gestures or mighty miracles, though you work through those as well. But often, you speak in the quiet, in the unnoticed, in the simple beauty of a life lived in surrender to you. And so, Father, open my eyes to see. Let me not be so consumed with my own plans, my own worries, my own ambitions that I miss the miracles unfolding around me. Let me not walk past those in need because I am too distracted. Let me not waste the opportunities you place before me because I am too afraid. Let me be fully present, fully aware, fully alive in the reality of your presence. For I know that each day is a gift. Time is fleeting. Moments pass quickly, and life itself is but a breath. Let me not waste what you have given me. Let me not live with regret, with words left unspoken, with love left ungiven, with opportunities left untouched. Let me pour myself out, fully and completely, holding nothing back, knowing that my true purpose is found not in what I gain, but in what I give. Father, let me live in such a way that when I look back, I will see a life that was not spent chasing temporary things, but one that was invested in what truly matters. Let me love with abandon, serve with joy, give without hesitation, forgive without condition. Let me leave a legacy not of wealth or success, but of faithfulness, of kindness, of a heart that was fully surrendered to you. And as I live this day, Father, guide my steps, lead me in the way of righteousness. Let me not stray to the left or the right, but walk firmly in the path you have set before me. When decisions arise, let me seek your wisdom above my own. When challenges come, let me lean on your strength instead of my own understanding. When trials test my faith, let me hold fast to your promises, knowing that you are faithful, that you are unchanging, that you are my solid rock. And when I stumble, Father, when my human nature fails me, when I fall short of your glory, as I surely will, let me not run from you in shame. Let me run to you in repentance, knowing that your arms are always open, that your grace is always sufficient, that your love is never withdrawn. Let me not be discouraged by my weaknesses, but instead, let me boast in them. For it is in my weakness that your strength is made perfect. Father, I pray for a heart that is teachable, a spirit that is humble, a mind that is renewed daily by your truth. Let me never grow complacent in my faith, never settle for a shallow relationship with you when I am called into the depths of your love. Let me always hunger for more of you, always thirst for your presence, always seek to know you more intimately than before. For you are infinite. Father, there is no end to your wisdom, no limit to your power, no boundary to your love. And yet, in all your greatness, you desire relationship with me. You call me into intimacy with you, into a walk that is not distant, but deeply personal, deeply transforming. What a privilege, what an honor, to be known and loved by the King of Kings, to be invited into fellowship with the Creator of all things. And so I will not take this relationship for granted. I will pursue you as you have pursued me, I will seek you in the quiet, in the chaos, in the mountaintops, and in the valleys. I will not be content with yesterday's revelations, but will press on for fresh encounters, for new depths of understanding, for a faith that grows ever stronger, ever deeper, ever more alive in you. Father, as this world grows darker, as sin abounds, as hearts grow cold, let my light shine ever brighter. Let me not be discouraged by the brokenness around me, but instead, let me be an agent of healing, of hope, of redemption. Let me be a beacon of truth in a world of deception, a voice of kindness in a world of division, a reflection of your love in a world that so desperately needs it. For I know that my purpose is not to simply exist, to go through the motions of life without impact. I am called for more. I am called to be salt and light. I am called to make a difference, not by my own power, but by yours. Let me not shrink back from that calling, but embrace it with boldness, with courage, with unwavering faith. And Father, as I go about this day, let me do everything as an act of worship unto you, whether in my work, in my conversations, in my quiet moments alone. Let my life be a song of praise, a continual offering of gratitude. Let my joy not be dictated by circumstances, but by the unshakable truth that I am yours and you are mine. For you are my portion. Father, you are my reward. You are my greatest treasure, my deepest joy, my highest calling. Nothing in this world compares to you. Nothing satisfies like your presence. Nothing endures like your love. So I will seek you. I will follow you. I will trust you. I will love you with all that I am, for all of my days, until the moment I see you face to face and worship at your feet for all eternity. As the sun ascends higher into the sky and the world moves forward into the fullness of another day, my heart remains here, rooted in the sanctuary of your presence. Though my body must rise, though my hands must labor, though the duties of life must be fulfilled, let my spirit never leave this place of communion with you. Let me walk through this day with an awareness that you are with me, not only in the quiet moments of prayer, but in every breath, in every conversation, in every thought that turns toward you. For you are not a God of distant temples and unreachable heavens. You are near, closer than my own heartbeat, dwelling within me, speaking through your Spirit, leading with wisdom beyond my understanding. And so, I ask, Father, let me remain sensitive to your presence today. Let my soul be attuned to the whispers of your voice. Let my heart be quick to respond to the nudging of your Spirit. Let my mind be focused not on the distractions of this world, but on the eternal truths that shape my destiny. Let me move with purpose today. Father, let every step be ordered by you, every decision filtered through the lens of your wisdom, every word spoken with grace and truth. Let me not waste the hours you have given me, but use them wisely, investing in what matters most: love, faithfulness, kindness, and the building of your kingdom. Let me not be consumed by trivial pursuits, by worries that steal my joy, by distractions that pull me away from the calling you have placed upon my life. Instead, let me walk in the confidence that I am exactly where you want me to be, doing exactly what you have called me to do. And if I am uncertain, Father, if I do not yet see the fullness of your plan, if I am waiting in the quiet between promises and fulfillment, let me wait with patience and expectation. Let me trust that even in the unseen, you are working. Even when I do not yet hold the answers, you are faithful. Even when the path is unclear, you are leading. For you are not a God who forgets his children. You do not abandon the work of your hands. What you have started, you will complete. What you have spoken, you will fulfill. What you have promised, you will bring to pass in your perfect time. So I will not be anxious. Father, I will not allow fear to dictate my steps, nor doubt to take root in my soul. I will not walk in worry, But in worship, I will not be ruled by circumstances, but by the unchanging truth of who you are. And I will not measure your faithfulness by what I see in the moment, but by what I know to be true from eternity past to eternity future. For you have never failed me, Father, not once, not in my moments of greatest need, not in my seasons of deepest sorrow, not in the valleys where I could not see the way forward. You have always been there, guiding, sustaining, upholding me with a love that is stronger than the fiercest storm. And if you were faithful then, you will be faithful now. If you carried me through before, you will carry me through again. If you have been my refuge in the past, you will be my refuge forever. And so, I rest in that truth. Father, as I walk into this day, let me be a living testimony of your goodness. Let my life reflect the beauty of your grace, the power of your redemption, the depth of your mercy. Let me love as you love, without condition, without hesitation, without expecting anything in return. Let me forgive as you forgive, completely, freely, from the depths of a heart transformed by grace. Let me give as you give, abundantly, joyfully, knowing that nothing I have is truly my own, but all is a gift from you. Let me see people as you see them, Father, not through the lens of my own biases or limitations, but through the eyes of heaven. Let me not look at the outward appearance, but at the heart. Let me not judge by the standards of this world, but by the standard of your love. Let me not withhold kindness because of differences, but embrace others as you have embraced me. For we are all in need of grace. We are all in need of healing. We are all in need of a love that goes beyond human understanding, and I have found that love in you. Father, let me not keep it to myself. Let me share it freely. Let it overflow from my life. Let it touch those who are hurting, those who are searching, those who are longing for something more. And as I do, let me not grow weary. Let me not be discouraged when the fruit is not immediate, when the harvest is not yet visible, when the work feels unnoticed. Let me remember that obedience is my calling, but the results belong to you. Let me sow faithfully. Let me plant in love. Let me water with prayer. And let me trust that in due season, the harvest will come, for your kingdom is advancing. Father, your spirit is moving. Your love is reaching into places once thought unreachable, transforming lives, restoring what was lost, breathing new life into weary souls. Let me be a part of that work. Let me not sit idly by while the world groans for redemption. Let me not be silent when I have the words of life. Let me not stand still when I am called to move. And if today is hard, Father, if trials arise, if challenges come, let me face them with courage. Let me not shrink back in fear, but stand firm in faith. Let me not complain, but give thanks. Let me not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Let me remember that no matter what happens, no matter what I face, you are greater. Your power is unmatched. Your victory is already won. And so I press on. Father, I press on in faith. I press on in hope. I press on in the confidence that I am not alone, that I am not abandoned, that I am not without purpose. For I am yours. I belong to the King of Kings. I am held by the hands that formed the stars. I am loved by the one who defeated death. I am carried by the arms that stretched wide on the cross for me. And that is enough. That is enough for today. That is enough for tomorrow. That is enough for all eternity. So I rise now, not in my own strength, but in yours. I move forward, not in my own wisdom, but in the power of your Spirit. I walk in love, in faith, in grace, knowing that whatever this day may hold, I am already victorious because I am held by you. And so, Father, I continue, step by step, breath by breath, with a heart that is steady, with a spirit that is unwavering, with a love that is deep and unshaken, rooted in the unchanging truth that you are with me, now and forevermore. Dear Heavenly Father, as I move forward into this day, as my feet step onto the path you have laid before me, my heart remains bowed before you. Though my hands may be occupied with the tasks of life, let my spirit never drift from this place of communion. Let my thoughts be ever drawn back to you, my words ever seasoned with grace, my actions ever reflecting the love that has transformed me from within. For you, O Lord, are the rhythm that sustains me, the melody that sings in my soul, the light that guides my every step. Without you, I am nothing, just dust in the wind, a fleeting shadow passing through this world. But with you, I am made whole. With you, my life has purpose. With you, I am more than I could ever be on my own. And so, I lean into you. I lean not on my own understanding, not on my own strength, not on my own wisdom, but on the everlasting arms of the one who knows all things, sees all things, holds all things together. I trust that you have gone before me, preparing the way. I trust that you walk beside me, guiding my steps. I trust that you stand behind me, covering me with grace. Father, let this be a day of surrender, a day where I do not hold anything back from you. Let me not cling to my own plans so tightly that I miss the divine interruptions you have ordained. Let me not be so consumed with my own agenda that I overlook the moments where you are calling me to pause, to listen, to love, to serve. Let me be sensitive to your voice today. Lord, speak, and I will listen. Lead, and I will follow. Command, and I will obey. Not out of obligation, not out of duty, but out of love, because to know you, to walk with you, to serve you is my greatest joy. Father, I know that today will bring challenges. There will be moments that test my patience, moments that stretch my faith, moments that call me beyond what I feel capable of. And yet, I do not fear, for you are my strength. You have already equipped me for every battle, already prepared me for every trial. You have placed within me everything I need to overcome, not because of who I am, but because of who you are. Let me walk in that confidence today, not arrogance, not pride, but the quiet, unwavering assurance that I am held by the hands of the Almighty. Let me not be shaken by circumstances, not be swayed by opinions, not be discouraged by setbacks. Let me stand firm, rooted in the truth that my God is greater, that my God is for me, that my God is working all things together for my good. And when difficulties arise, Father, when the road grows steep, when the burdens feel heavy, remind me to turn to you first. Let prayer be my immediate response, not my last resort. Let me not try to carry what I was never meant to bear alone. Let me not exhaust myself in my own strength when I have the infinite power of heaven at my side. For you have called me to walk in freedom, not in striving. You have called me to live in peace, not in anxiety. You have called me to trust, not to control. And so, Father, I release everything into your hands, my worries, my uncertainties, my unanswered questions, my deepest desires. I lay them down, knowing that you are faithful, that you are good, that you are working in ways beyond what I can see or imagine. Let me not be anxious about tomorrow, but fully present in today. Let me not dwell on what is past, nor worry about what is to come, but instead, embrace the gift of this moment, this breath, this opportunity to love and to live for you. Father, I pray not only for myself, but for those around me, for my family, my friends, my coworkers, my neighbors, for every soul you have placed within my sphere of influence. Let my presence be a blessing to them today. Let my words build up and not tear down. Let my actions reflect the kindness of Christ. Let my heart be open, my ears attentive, my hands ready to serve. For I do not want to simply go through the motions of life, moving from task to task, moment to moment, without intention. I want to live fully awake, fully aware of the divine opportunities you place before me. Let me see the hurting and offer comfort. Let me see the lonely and offer friendship. Let me see the weary and offer encouragement. Let me see the lost and point them to you. For this is the reason I am here, not to build my own kingdom, not to seek my own success, not to accumulate wealth or power or recognition. I am here to reflect your glory. I am here to be a vessel of your love. I am here to make a difference in this world, not through my own efforts, but through the work of your Spirit within me. So strip away anything that hinders that calling. Lord, remove every distraction, every temptation, every selfish ambition that would lead me away from what truly matters. Let me live with eternity in mind, with my eyes fixed not on what is temporary, but on what is eternal. For the things of this world will pass away, riches will fade, titles will be forgotten, achievements will lose their value, but love endures, kindness remains. The work done for your kingdom will never be in vain. So let me invest in what lasts. Let me build a legacy not of material success, but of faithfulness. Let me leave behind not wealth, but wisdom. Let me be remembered not for what I had, but for how I loved, for how I gave, for how I lived a life surrendered fully to you. And when this day comes to a close, when the sun sets and night falls again, let me look back and see a day well spent, a day where I walked in step with you, where I chose faith over fear, where I loved well, served well, lived well for your glory. For that is my highest aim. That is my deepest desire. That is the purpose for which I was created, to know you, to love you, to make you known. So here I am. Father, take this day, take my hands, my feet, my voice, my heart. Let all that I am be used for all that you are. Let my life be a song of worship, a living testimony of grace, a reflection of the love that has saved me and set me free. And so I continue, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment, with a heart surrendered, with a spirit steadfast, with a love that is unshaken, deeply anchored in the eternal truth that you are with me now and forevermore. As the day unfolds before me, as time continues its steady march forward, my soul remains in this sacred posture of surrender, my heart still lifted in reverence, my spirit still anchored in the boundless ocean of your love. Though the world moves on with its demands and distractions, I choose to remain here, abiding in you, drawing my strength from the wellspring of your presence. For in you, I find all that I need. In you, I am sustained. In you, I am made whole. No earthly treasure, no fleeting success, no human recognition can satisfy the depths of my soul the way that you do. You are the source of my joy, the foundation of my peace, the author of my hope. And so, I cling to you, Father, knowing that apart from you, I am nothing. Let this awareness never fade. Lord, let me never grow so accustomed to your blessings that I take them for granted. Let me never become so comfortable in your presence that I forget the privilege it is to walk with you, to know you, to be called your own. Keep my heart tender, my spirit hungry, my faith ever deepening. For I know that there is always more of you to discover. No matter how much I have learned, no matter how much I have grown, I have only touched the edges of your greatness. You are infinite, and I long to know you more. I long to go deeper, to move beyond the surface of faith into the depths of intimacy with you. So, draw me closer. Lord, teach me to hear your voice more clearly, to recognize the subtle whispers of your Spirit, to follow you without hesitation, without fear, without the need to understand every detail. For you are trustworthy, you are faithful, and even when the road ahead is unknown to me, it is known to you. Let that truth be enough for me. Father, let me not demand answers before I step forward in faith. Let me not require signs and assurances before I obey. Let me trust that you are leading me in the way I should go, that your plans for me are good, that your purpose for my life is unfolding exactly as it should. And if the way is difficult, if the journey is long, if the waiting is hard, let me not grow weary. Let me not doubt your goodness. Let me not lose sight of the bigger picture, the eternal story that you are writing, the masterpiece that you are weaving together from the threads of my life. For you waste nothing. Father, every trial, every tear, every moment of struggle, it all has purpose. You are refining me, shaping me, molding me into the person you created me to be. And though I may not always see it in the moment, I trust that one day I will look back and understand how every piece fit together, how every delay, every disappointment, every detour was leading me exactly where I needed to be. So, let me walk with patience. Lord, let me embrace the process, knowing that you are just as present in the waiting as you are in the fulfillment. Let me not rush ahead of you, but move in step with your spirit. Let me find joy not only in reaching my destination, but in every step of the journey. For you are with me every step of the way, in the moments of victory, in the moments of struggle, in the seasons of abundance, in the seasons of scarcity, in the mountain highs and the valley lows. You remain the same. Your love does not waver. Your promises do not fail. Your presence does not leave me. And that is enough. Father, today, I ask for a heart that remains steadfast in you, a faith that is unshaken by circumstances, a joy that is not dependent on external conditions. Let me not be swayed by the shifting winds of this world. Let me not be discouraged by the temporary setbacks of life. Let me not measure my worth by the standards of man, but by the truth of who you say I am. For I am yours, and that is my greatest identity, not my achievements, not my failures, not my status in this world, but the simple, unchanging truth that I am a child of God, loved beyond measure, held in the hands of grace, covered by the blood of Jesus, called by name into a purpose far greater than myself. So, let me live in that truth today. Let it shape the way I think, the way I speak, the way I act. Let it be the lens through which I see myself and others. Let it guide my decisions, direct my steps, define my priorities. And as I walk in this truth, let me be a light to those around me. Let my life be a testimony of your goodness, a reflection of your love, a vessel through which your spirit moves. Let me be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Let my words bring healing, not harm. Let my presence bring peace, not conflict. Let my actions point others toward you, not away from you. For the world is watching, Father, and I do not want to misrepresent you. I do not want to bear the name of Christ yet live in a way that contradicts his love, his grace, his character. So, refine me, Lord. Strip away anything that is not of you. Purge my heart of pride, of selfishness, of anything that does not reflect the beauty of your holiness. Let me love as you love, with a love that is patient, kind, forgiving, and unconditional. Let me serve as you serve, with humility, with joy, with a heart that seeks not to be recognized but simply to glorify you. Let me walk as you walked, with boldness, with purpose, with a heart fully surrendered to the will of the Father. And in all things, let my life bring you glory, for that is my greatest desire, to live a life that honors you, a life that pleases you, a life that is poured out as an offering at your feet. Let me not waste a single moment. Let me not hold anything back. Let me not settle for anything less than the fullness of what you have for me. And when this day is done, when the sun sets once more and I lay my head to rest, let me do so with a heart at peace, knowing that I have walked in step with you, knowing that I have lived this day well, not perfectly, but faithfully, with a heart that was set on you. And so, I continue, one breath at a time, one step at a time, one moment at a time, with my heart surrendered, my spirit steady, my faith unshaken, resting in the eternal truth that you are with me now and forevermore. Heavenly Father, as this sacred time of communion draws to a close, I do not leave your presence, for you go with me. You are not bound by time or space, nor confined to the moments I set aside for prayer. You walk with me in every step, whispering truth into my heart, guiding my every decision, sustaining me with grace beyond measure. And so, though my words may quiet, my prayer continues, written not only in the thoughts I offer, but in the life I live. Let this prayer be more than words. Let it be action. Let my love for you not be confined to this moment, but reflected in all that I do. Let my worship not end here, but flow into every breath I take. Father, as I step into what lies ahead, I do so with confidence, not in my own strength, but in yours. I go forth knowing that I am held, that I am covered, that I am never alone. The burdens I carried into this prayer, I leave at your feet. The fears that once whispered doubt are silenced by the voice of truth. The uncertainties of tomorrow no longer weigh upon me, for I rest in the arms of a God who holds eternity. So I rise now, renewed. My heart is light, my spirit strengthened, my soul anchored in the certainty of your love. No matter what this day may bring, no matter what trials may come, I will stand firm, for I stand on the unshakable foundation of your promises. Let my life be a living prayer. Father, let my words bring life. Let my actions reflect love. Let my hands serve. Let my heart remain pure before you. Let me be a light in the darkness, a voice of hope, a vessel through which your presence is made known. And when night falls once more, when this day comes to an end, let me look back with peace, knowing that I have walked in step with you, knowing that I have honored you in all I have done. Let me rest in the knowledge that I am yours. Today, tomorrow, and for all eternity, I surrender all to you. Father, I trust you. I love you. I am forever yours. Amen.